Hello and welcome to a new series. This will be a Minecraft online series where I will play with a bunch of friends and just have a bunch of fun. Alright, so we are in, and this is exactly where we'll start the server. You can see we built a snowman. I don't know where he went, but so I'm just gonna go through and show you, as I said before, what we've been up to and how much we've built and how far we've come. If this works out, if it's funny, then I'll keep posting it, and it's turning to nighttime, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back now. Anyways. If you're curious why I have a different background and why my microphone is different and why you can hear the keyboard and mouse much clearly, it's because I'm not at home at the moment. I am at my girlfriend's house. The first I gotta tell you is that there was actually only me and my girlfriend first on the server for a couple of months because it was first meant to be a server just for me and her to relax on and just hang out, so to speak. But this is the server center hub. So this house is at 0, 0. You can see up to the left. So I will show this a little bit later, but this is the center hub both in the overworld and in the nether. So we have a nether hub, but I will show you that later, as I said. If we continue here, so as you can see, we have a lovely little walkway here, and there isn't actually supposed to be this many sugarcanes, but we need a sugarcane, so shush. Very in need to be redesigned the dock. Our first farm. I think actually this farm was a little bit further closer to the house. Okay, let's show you the house first. This little birch part here, we actually kept that in birch, even though the rest of it is in oak and dark oak. It's because that part of the house was the first house we actually had. That little cube there. That's what we lived in for like a couple of weeks because we didn't feel like building a house. But then we expanded and we built this. Okay, so this took a lot of time. Not that it actually took a lot of time to build, but it took a lot of time for us actually to get up and actually build the roof, because we had this cube for, I don't know, about maybe a month or two. But if we go up to the door, we have Morgan, which is our lifeguard. He doesn't do a very good job, but don't tell him. But anyway, here we have a little map on how the outside area looked like a couple of months ago. Here we have the kitchen, where we have a couple of auto smelters. Anyway, we have a couple of auto smelters, and we have a brewing stand with a bunch of potions. This was before I got my armor. Now I don't really need them. I actually totally forgot, so that's good to know. If we head down into the basement, we have, these are just temporarily. Can the dogs shut up? And the cats. Anyway, we have the cocoa beans. As I said, they are temporarily there because we needed cocoa beans. But we have the enchantment table, another ender chest, and we have the storage unit, or the storage room, where we actually try to organize things best we can with the space we have. And the only reason why we use barrels and not chests, double chests, because barrels only have one chest, while double chests have two of them. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but the reason why we use barrels is because they lag less. So as you can see, we have the jukebox, our first ever fortune pickaxe that we used to mine our first diamonds, and just if we move on up, we have the bedroom, which is occupied by our pets, so goodbye. And leave in the comments below if you know what we should do with this room. This should be like a living room, but we didn't really know how to furnish it, so if you have any good ideas, leave them in the comment sections below. Up here we have the balcony, which we can look out over our barn, which I will show you pretty soon. But here is my little project I've been working on lately. This is a map of the surrounding area. This is actually, there we go. You saw the little arrow there. It was actually a plane that one of the members of the server made out of obsidian up in the sky, just above the spawn base, which is not allowed, but alas, I removed it. Here we have the house. You can see it's actually the old map because right now there's a giant silo here. And you can see the giant barn. I don't know why it's messed up right there. But anyway, here is the spawn house, and down here we have another little house that we made. It's our little log cabin for when we are out long days in the woods cutting out down trees, and then we just go back here, sleep, and then we can go across here and cut down the forest here. We have a little bit of a rule on the server, which is you can't build close to each other, at least 1,500 blocks away. And that is because, as you can see, there's nobody else on this map other than us, like on this map that I have here. The reason to that rule is because then you don't actually have to worry about how you build. You can't upset people if they aren't close by. That's why we've done that. While doing this map, I found this little village here, which isn't that far away actually. But I expanded this and made that little project, which is still a work in progress. But this turned out like this. So let's do a before and after shot. So this is how the village is right now. If we continue here into the barn, here we have another dog. I don't know whose dog this is. And here we have our our totally legit bred llamas, and the chickens, which is our main source of EXP, and the pigs, and the cows, and the horses. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm just going to go back into my house and sleep, and I'll be right back. Alright, I slept now, so let's continue on the little tour. We have a campfire, and yes, we have a beacon. I was the first one to slay the wither. I almost died because it was in the beginning where I had iron armor, so not the best of ideas. This is the silo. It does some imperfections like there, and it was somewhere here, I don't know. But as you can hear, it's an automatic farm. I tried to make it a automatic farm with villagers, but they didn't want to work, so I had to take it into my own hands as a redstone engineer and make a melon farm, a pumpkin farm, and a sugarcane farm. You can see this little suspicious thing here. This is actually our mine. It didn't have this from the beginning. It only had this, so we should drop down here. If you go down here, this is our little project, me and my girlfriend's project. This will be a underground city, so to speak, or an underground world. Yeah, you can see we've dug out a lot here, but thanks to the beacon, it goes really fast. This is a work in progress. We will try to make it the best we can. And then you can just go up here. I'm actually going to show you a our XP farm. Other than the chickens, we actually have a XP farm, and the entrance is pretty secret, so I don't actually know if I want to show you that. So the reason is some of my friends watch this, and I don't want them to actually get access to it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the walkway to the mob farm. I actually was so lucky when I found this, as you can see. There's a skeleton spawner up there, and here's a lot of barrels so that you can just dispose of everything when you've stood here, because many of us don't want the crap that we get out of it. We only want the EXP to repair our mending armor. But as I said, I got really lucky when I found this, because down here, when I was running around in the cave system around it because I wanted to light everything up, then right here is a spider spawner. But anyway, I'll catch you right outside my house. Alright, I am outside my house again. So, as I said, I don't want to show you where the spawner actually is. And not because I don't want to show you, it's because my pesky friends out there want to leech off of it. But anyway, let me show you this. This is our little fish hut or cabin. It's not actually a fishing hut or cabin. It's just a little house to keep our nether portal. So if we go in here, I can actually show you the nether hub. Here is me and my girlfriend's portal, and you can see we've encapsulated everything so that we don't have to be out in the nether. If we continue here, you can see one of the highways that goes really far down. We did use a rail from the beginning, but then we realized we could just go and use packed ice when we found that. So this portal leads to the central hub area I showed you in the beginning. So this is also on 0, in the nether. So here you can see no one lives this way except him. Otherwise we have some signs to say where people live. So this is actually the sun trap I showed you in the beginning of the video. The house on 0 in the overworld. This is that portal on 0 in the nether. So this is how we get to each other really fast, even though we live a couple of thousand blocks apart. So me and Anna, as I said, we lived here first, so we live only like a couple of blocks from spawn. But for example, my best friend Jonathan, he lives all the way down this tunnel, which is, I think it's like a couple of thousand blocks in the nether, which is times 8 in the overworld. I can't actually show you their bases now, because we have a rule and policy, so to speak, on the server, which is you can't visit any other person's bases if you don't have their permission for it. Each time you have to ask, is it okay if I come visit, because you don't know if they have their secret stash of diamonds exposed or anything. In the future I will do base tours of each and every single one on the server, but until I get permission for it, then I will not do it. But here you can see, here you have the little house, the barn, and the silo, which is me and my girlfriend's possessions. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, this was just a... Hello? Don't interrupt me. Okay, as I said in the beginning, this is just kind of a test video to see if this is actually something that I would like to record and something that you would actually like to watch. If you liked it, please leave a like, so that I know you actually liked it, and then consider subscribing. And if you do decide to subscribe, hit the little bell icon so that you actually get notifications when I upload. And then until next time, take care.